Hi everyone, my name is Barkha Dutt, and after spending 2 decades in television, I became an entrepreneur and run my own digital platform, Mojo Story, video first multimedia. You can Google it or follow us on YouTube. Since we're here today to talk about what's your story, I'll just tell you a short story about me. Everybody assumes that I always knew I wanted to be a journalist, but let me tell you, I wanted to be a lawyer, then I wanted to make movies. This is despite the fact that my mother was a journalist and was, in fact, India's first woman to cover a war. Many people think that was me, but in fact, it was her. Despite that, I thought I would make movies or become a lawyer. And in fact, my first master's was in film and TV production. But at that time, there were two production houses, one run by India Today, the other run then by NDTV, that were commissioned by Doordarshan to make 30 minutes of news in English and Hindi for the public broadcaster. So that is how my journey with journalism started. I actually got hired as a producer. And in the beginning, I used to be a sound mixer. I used to actually mix sound in the studio. But then one day I was told that why don't you go and it was a very small organization, so everybody did everything. Why don't you go and try your hand at reporting? And I was sent to cover power cuts in the national capital, electricity cuts. वो उस ज़माने में बहुत होते थे. So that's how I ended up reporting. And since then, of course, I've never looked back. The one thing I'd like to say to all young people is everybody will have an opinion on what you should do. Your parents, your friends, your teachers, your peer group. Don't pay any attention. I always say whether it was covering a war or whether it was covering COVID, and I don't know how many of you know, but we traveled across India, covering 30,000 kilometers from Delhi to Kerala. What I really follow is what keeps me awake at night. I always say that only do those things which, when you think about at night, you can't sleep because you're either so anxious or you're so excited. So please, you are privileged enough, most of you, to do what you love. Of course, you have to work to be economically self-reliant, but that's only one part of what you choose to do. But please only really follow what you truly love doing, what keeps you awake at night, what gives you a stomachache, what gives you the jitters, and passion is 50% of the battle won. So good luck and all the best.